What's up, guys? Welcome to a very special edition of Nintendo Power Block. Corin, joined by that retro code Eddie V, as always.
Hello, everybody.
So this is just kind of like I don't know. We're both off, and we're both just hanging out, and just kind of want to talk, hang out, do stuff. Yeah, this isn't really going to be like a real episode. It's kind of a return of the mini block, if you will. Just kind of like talking about stuff and kind of, you know, we haven't exactly had a lot of, it's more of like a behind the scenes type episode, really, to be honest with you. And then we'll talk about some stuff and then we'll get out of here. I'm not really sure how long it's going to be or whatever, but here we are, Ed. Here we are.
Yes, here we are.
How are you? Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much. Yes, everybody, I have turned 39. I am officially in my last stage of the 30s, and I'm still blowing people's mind on how old my age is, but how young I look.
I know, Ed looks like he's about 12. It's fine, though.
I still need to go get my hair cut. Do that tomorrow.
It's fine, though. You look good, Ed. You look good. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, so go over to Twitter at that retro code and wish Ed some birthday love via
Yeah.
So did you get anything fun for your birthday? Did you do anything fun?
My mom gave me $50. I pretty much play video games. I didn't really go out. I'm doing a lot of that stuff next week, due to the fact that I had a particular death in my family. So I've been waiting for news and stuff and see what things are going to go down. So I kind of just been chill. But next week, I'm actually going to be doing something for my birthday. I'm actually going to be having fun and taking pictures and everything. And getting ready to pick up some games because the cavalcade of Switch titles has begun.
Oh, I know. Don't get me started. Speaking of getting started, I got Darksiders on Switch, and it makes me really mad. I want to talk about this on Saturday, but I was not able to make the show because we were doing a family outing at the zoo, which was fun, by the way. But look at this. Look at this. What color is that, Ed?
It looks black.
Exactly. What color is it not, Ed? It is not red.
Red.
Just like all the rest of the Switch games are red. Why does this have to be different?
They photoshopped a copy of the other versions and just put it in a clear box.
So mad. I'm so mad. It messes up my whole collection.
Well, shoot, that's kind of how I want Cuphead to be. Like it to be yellow.
I bet it'll be green because it's a Microsoft game.
I think it's going to be yellow.
I just what if like Microsoft, if they start like when they start publishing games, like the Switch cases are just going to look like Xbox One cases. Like they're just going to be the green clear case with the gray cover.
Can I tell you, I'm all for this.
I know,
like
I am too.
literally, I'm literally all for that, and I think that would actually be cool. Okay, so we were actually, me and you were talking about Xbox games coming to Switch and getting physical copies.
Yeah.
And we were, and I was just, dude, when you mentioned that, and I was having a discussion, and I know we had this discussion before, but I was just like, man, if Xbox was actually putting their versions of Switch games in stores, like even to buy, like the green copy, I would definitely I would love to have.
It would catch people's eye too, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's to like probably like 50, probably like 70% of the people who buy a Switch, right? They don't really care, like, or know that like, hey, Microsoft is going to start publishing games on Switch now, right? Like, a lot of people probably don't know that. They probably just go in and stuff. But, like, the people that know and they see a green box with a gray case with the Switch games, like, that would be, like, a really cool thing for Nintendo to let them do, you know? And, like, at the at the bottom where like usually where Nintendo writes their name or like where the publisher puts their logo at the bottom of the strip. What if it's just the white Xbox circle?
Oh yes,
Ugh.
definitely with Cuphead with that yellow. It would look really good with Hellblade.
Yeah.
The way Hellblade is now,
Yeah.
uh, I could see the green might throw it off, but if Microsoft was cool to like do something like really special with that physical cover, I would love
Well,
that.
they
For
could do the sleeve. They could do the sleeve like the physical editions for the other consoles, right?
Yeah.
Like they just have that nice sleeve that goes over the book.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be
Ooh,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Although Hellblade's not getting a physical edition yet, so I bet it'll get a limited run or something stupid like that. You know, well, not stupid. It's not stupid, but it'll be hard to get a physical edition for Switch.
I kind of would love that. Have a steelbook copy or like the DVD covers, like you slide off. Like that's in green. That's like in the regular green. Having like the Switch and Xbox logo, and then you switch it out and you just have that nice looking box. I would pay $50 for that, dude. Like literally a $50 edition of Hellblade in stores, or even limited run. Yeah, even if Microsoft would. Yeah, that was another thing we was talking about. Buying Microsoft games off of their store for Switch. Because you really can't do that. But I was just like, if Microsoft offered physical copies for Switch and they wanted to sell it off their Windows store, it would be so cool to kind of have like maybe a $60 edition where you buy the Switch version, you do get that physical, but you also get the Windows 10 version.
Yeah.
And that's part of the Play Anywhere. So now, not only do Microsoft get extra money,
or you know what they could do in the box, right? Like,
yeah.
So, actually, I want to talk about something real quick that actually ties into an idea that I have for Microsoft and Nintendo, right?
Yes.
But 2K actually announced that Civilization 6 is getting universal cloud saves.
Yes, I've seen that story.
So you can play your PC save on your Nintendo Switch and then go back to PC, right?
Yes.
Well, if Microsoft is planning on publishing games on Switch, what they could do, if people still want the physical copy for Switch, they could pack the physical copy. They could have like a $40 physical copy of like, I don't know, Ori, right?
Yes.
Ori in the Blind Forest. But you could get the $60 edition, and you could get a code, or maybe like a $50 edition. You could get a digital download code for PC and Xbox. And somehow you could like figure, since you're logged into Xbox Live for Microsoft published games and select third-party games, they would have that integrated universal cloud saving system.
Love that. Yes.
You know, that way they can still get their money on the back end for using the game on a Microsoft Surface or Microsoft platform, right?
Yes.
But you still get the physical copy for Switch, and then you have your universal.
Yeah, so and both companies win that way. You know, that's smart business right there. I literally could see that.
Yeah, I think that would be a really cool idea.
Especially with Microsoft doing this Game Pass thing, with the rumor of them doing Xbox Live in Game Pass for $14.99 per month. I think that would be a good. I think personally that probably would also be a good offer for Switch, even though it's not game related and stuff. But to be like, if Game Pass ever came to Switch, and they offered that deal, I think that's a major win for Microsoft and for Nintendo. I could see that $14.99 working more for Switch than working more for Xbox.
And that goes with what I said earlier on an earlier episode of Arsenal X, where like if they really do want to bring Game Pass to like phones and Switch and tablets and stuff, you could have that tiered Game Pass system, like I was suggesting, like, you know, and this doesn't include the Xbox Live or anything, but it's like $10 for Xbox and PC and, you know, Windows devices, or you could pay $15 and use it universally, right? And it
Yes.
tracks and how you revenue share that extra $5 is well, what system did they play it on the most? And you know how they're doing it now with Game Pass with revenue sharing, where how long did you play this game for? How long did you play this game for? And this is how we distribute the money, right?
Yes. And then Nintendo still went scope to be to even have all of this. It's a must that you must have a Nintendo Online. I mean, that's $20.
If Microsoft charges $15 for this Game Pass on Switch, the whatever platform, multi-platform Game Pass, Nintendo will still get $3, $4 off of every Game Pass subscription, right?
Yeah.
Which let's see, there's 39 million Switches out there right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say Universal Game Pass came out tomorrow, and it was $15 a month to play it on Xbox, PC, and Switch/mobile devices. Nintendo gets, let's say 5 million people sign up for that, right? Times $3 a month for Nintendo's cut.
That's 36. That might be 36 a year per person, but for 5 million people, that's moolah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it's saying, but people would do it, and I think that's just perfect, dude. If people are talking about wanting to have a universal system, bam, Corey, you just literally delivered it right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so plus if you want to have Xbox Live, make that an option to say, hey, if you want Xbox Live, you can probably find it for cheaper or whatever, but we have the option here to add to your Game Pass subscription for $5 a month.
Yeah.
And then so Universal Game Pass plus Xbox Live costs $20 a month. So yeah, that sounds a little expensive, but considering everything, that's not expensive at all.
And just think about it. That's $200 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't own Xbox One, as long as if it works on if everything works on Switch and you could transfer it on Windows 10, you are set to go. So Xbox doesn't lose out. I think the only thing you might lose out is if there are games that come out for the system that's not on PC or on Game Pass.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. You're gonna have hiccups places. There's gonna be certain things not available. Mm-hmm. It's just Game Pass is a nice service, and they have to adjust the service to the platform. You're not gonna get everything, especially unless they do the xCloud thing. Then
yes,
theoretically you can. But that was just an idea that I was thinking about.
You're thinking about it, but I think that could become a reality if just seeing Cuphead, because one of my friends on Twitter was keeping track of Cuphead being a pre-order. I think it hit number 3 or number 2. I think it's still on the top. I mean, this is a good sign for Nintendo, Microsoft, and Studio MDHR. I think that's the name.
Mm-hmm.
But to have Microsoft to be at E3 or just even make the announcement for Inside Xbox, be yeah, now we're bringing the Game Pass combo to Switch. I don't think people would ditch Xbox, because there's still going to be some stuff on there that's only Xbox related.
Well, that's the thing. Mm. Theoretically, the next Xbox and how they're reworking Windows, right, is
yes.
I mean, I don't really mean to keep talking about Xbox on the Nintendo show, but this is going to be relevant to Switch owners real soon, right? Theoretically, the way they're reworking Windows 10 on the back end, and the software updates they're making to Xbox One X and theoretically whatever the next Xbox is, they're basically turning the Xbox platform into a PC, right? Where
yes,
for the last 8 or 10 months, I think they said they've been building their first party games and retooling other first party games to run natively on Xbox and PC. It's basically the same file that they run.
I question: could they also run Mixer on Switch through Xbox Live?
I mean, that's tricky because I don't think Switch has the online infrastructure for that. I mean, you could theoretically download it and watch streams, but I don't think you could stream directly from Switch. At least at this point, it all depends on how Nintendo is working with Microsoft. But right now, I think it's just the gaming side.
Because I wonder if I would prefer. I think I would prefer Mixer being on Switch. Of aside Twitch and aside from Twitch and YouTube, I think Mixer probably would get more use off of Switch because there's no other streaming platform for there. And it's just like if I could switch this, if I could stream this while I'm on the go and stuff and still bring up the community for everybody to see, I think that would probably be a smart deal for Nintendo.
Yeah.
If they could work out some of that functionality.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think the Xbox conversation is becoming more and more relevant for Nintendo, and in more ways than one. I think besides Hellblade, Minecraft already has Xbox achievements. Wargroove is getting Xbox Live support. A lot of indies that are on Xbox are going to start showing up with Xbox Live support. I think Rocket League is getting Xbox Live support because Xbox is also building cross-platform infrastructure and letting indies use it for free, similar to what Epic is doing with Unreal Engine.
Yes.
So, and they kind of work hand in hand because Microsoft uses Unreal for everything except for Halo. So, they're working together. They're working on solutions. Microsoft's been very open about, they don't care where people play their games. They just want more people to play games. And,
yes.
I think Nintendo owners are going to reap the benefits of that on a smaller scale real soon, and then maybe on a larger scale in the next year or so.
And I could see their business growing stronger in the next 2-3 years. Like, even with their next system and even with Nintendo's next system.
Nintendo's next system. I don't even want to think about that right now.
I know, but I'm just like, if their business and their relationship is strong, I don't think there's going to be some gamers who are going to have a negative opinion about it or viewpoint about it.
Yeah, but I'm just that's like the internet in general.
Yeah, but I think right now they are both of them are in such a good place that there's so much positive coming out of this that people are responding and going to be reacting to it, to where it's just like, man, I'm getting the best entertainment for the value that is being offered to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people, just to finish up this topic before we talk about some other stuff, but, everybody's, I've heard this comparison on multiple occasions where the Xbox One is Microsoft's Wii U, right? Where it has some good games. It's kind of stumbled out of the gate and it hasn't really caught up, right? But the next system and what they're doing in their own way with services and Game Pass and Xbox Live and cross-platform stuff, and like the next generation, they are going to have something real special for people, and buying all the studios and having a big first-party catalog. Like, their next console is going to be something special, and maybe the Switch will see some of that. So excited. So speaking of Microsoft-owned studios, hopefully this will be up while the contest is still going on. But Ed and I have decided to run a 72-hour contest on Twitter for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice for Nintendo Switch. The contest has been up on Twitter and Facebook since Wednesday, but the contest ends Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So, get on over there and follow Nintendo_PBlock and retweet us for your chance to win Hellblade on Nintendo Switch. So
yes, and if you guys want to get an idea of Hellblade, check out Pot and Play Season 3. We have an episode about that.
Yeah, and also for those who want to go check it out, Nintendo Life and Nintendo Everything both have the PS4 comparison with the Switch version, and I don't know, my computer runs videos kind of wonky, but there is little noticeable difference.
Yeah, it looks really good,
And
dude.
I know Hellblade's like a smaller game, so it's not doing as much, but the game still looks phenomenal. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to play it again. So there's that. So I kind of want to bring up something real quick. The kind of the reason why we are actually talking, I guess. So last weekend I wrote a letter to everybody that's a part of Nerds Gone Rogue. A letter and then a new way of kind of doing things via the website and video content and podcasts and stuff. And you know, I we've received a lot of feedbacks about how we kind of aren't we don't are we have great shows, right? We provide people with great podcasts and stuff, but the way we've kind of navigated is kind of we need to tighten up the ship, right? Like we just need to turn the screws a little bit and tighten up and become more formal, I guess, which I don't want that to take away from anybody's personalities through the shows or their writing or anything, right? I just want to clean up some stuff, and everybody kind of agrees that we should kind of clean up stuff. So I kind of want to read some excerpts from the letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Right, I brought this up on NGR also, which you guys will hear on Monday. But I want to read a couple things because, I'm since since I started Nerds Gone Rogue, for the lack of better terms, I mean, Ed and I have been doing Pow Block for a long time, and Matt and I started NGR together, but
The baby.
the power of editing. I'm gonna wait till she's done.
She must have woke up or something.
She does this sometimes. Sometimes, like, she'll like fall asleep, and then when she wakes up, she's scared because she can't see anybody. And then Sana will calm her down. All right, and we're back. All right, so sorry about that. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of this letter because as I I hate calling myself like the leader of the group, but I feel like a lot of this responsibility falls upon me since it's kind of started with me, and I feel responsible in a lot of ways. So I'm just going to read a couple paragraphs here and things I want to focus on. So if sorry, this is going to be kind of boring for everybody, but I think it's important to let you guys know that we are working hard to tighten up the ship, and Ed and I are actually going to talk about content for PAL Block and probably a little bit of Arsenal X too. But since we kind of are the Nintendo team, just kind of see where we're going with this. So I said, when I started this podcast with Matthew in 2016, I never thought it would become what it is today. Nerds Gone Rogue started as one podcast with two people and some guests, and grew into 8 of us, 4 major podcasts, multiple YouTube channels, and other experiments, good and bad. I was shocked, humbled, and overwhelmed. As a team, I feel we have built a brand into something special. Small, but special. It could never become what it is without all of you, and I'm extremely thankful and proud of everyone. With that said, I realize I have not done a good job in positioning us for better success. Though some of our podcasts have seen great success, other efforts have not. I take full responsibility for that, and I want to strive to be a better leader for this group in every aspect. I have been doing some more research the last few weeks in terms of trademarking, becoming a proper company, making proper videos that work for different audiences, and how I can be a better promoter. I personally need to be better so we can be better. And then the other thing I wanted to read here. I think quality and consistency should go hand in hand. If we have consistent quality in our podcast and consistent output on YouTube, whether it's 1 or 100 videos a week, a month, whatever, they should be consistent in quality and consistent in scheduling, even if you have to plan ahead. I also want to revisit live streaming to multiple outlets, which I'm still trying to figure out the best route to take, which, by the way, Nintendo Power Block will be live streaming via Twitch and YouTube very soon, and I'm trying to get Facebook video up on there as well. So the most important thing I want to discuss is positivity and teachability. I'm not just saying within our shows and our content, but to each other and our peers. I do not want anyone to feel discouraged or put down about what they are creating. If there is a point we can teach and encourage, then let's do so. There are times we are going to disagree, think someone's opinion is outlandish, and be straight up wrong about some things. These are times when we should have an intelligent conversation or correct the mistake as a teachable moment, not bring people down. I have been guilty of this and want to correct this as a whole. If you have some concerns or issues, address that party encouragingly. The video game industry is too full of negativity and a you're wrong, I'm right mentality, and if we can avoid being a part of that, let's do it. If we don't like something, give some intelligent and knowledgeable thoughts about it before just saying you hate it or that's wrong, end of discussion. I kind of brought that up because not that like we're a negative group of people, because I feel like 99% of the time we are positive, encouraging. I feel like we've done a good job of being a positive group. But there are times when, people have been not so positive on things. And that's one thing I want to correct, because I want us to be a positive force in this small corner of the internet that we occupy. Right. Like,
correct.
I started Nerds Gone Rogue with Matt to be positive, and I started Power Block with you to be positive, be a positive force moving forward, right? And that's like the one thing I want to do. Like, if you don't like something, like, just bring out some positive aspects about it, or be positive about the things that it could fix, I just had a discussion with Moose the other day where I called, remember when you used to call everything garbage?
Yeah.
Moose started calling everything trash, and I told him that he was the white Ed of 2017 on the podcast the other day. But like you have done a great job of getting away from that word, right? And that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just,
yeah. And to let everybody know that not much stuff that I call garbage. I think, and the reason why I might say something is garbage in all of this is that after or during the game that I'm playing or experiencing, I would feel this type of way. It may resemble something in anger or upset, but sometimes of a company that I know could bring out better quality than this, I feel like at that point in time I'm being let down. So when me and Corey actually literally had a discussion about that particular word. So I was just like, you know what? This is questionable content.
Mm-hmm.
And I changed. I might say now this is QC. Corey gonna have to deal with me sometimes. There might be some stuff that is just absolute garbage, dude.
Which is
That's
which
just
is which is which is totally fine. I wanted to acknowledge the fact that, like, since we started Pow Block in 2016, Jesus Christ. So we've been doing this for over 3 years.
right.
I literally just went into my head and I was like, oh my gosh.
Shoot, the DNA days.
I know. Which, by the way, I got a notification the other day that 2 people subscribed to the DNA Network YouTube page the other day. I'm like, wow, they're going to be real disappointed because there has not been anything added to that channel in years. But I wanted to point that out because you have grown so much as a podcaster since we started Pow Block. You go back to those early episodes and it's like, first of all, we didn't really know each other that well. I was just like, hey, Ed, let's do a Nintendo podcast. You said, okay, and we just started, right? Like,
yes.
We didn't. But, as our cadence has kind of grown together and you've grown so much as a podcaster since then, it's just like, I wanted to bring that up because that's the type of thing I want people to notice and acknowledge, right? And we have some... outside of podcasting and stuff, we have we're gonna tighten up our writing and review system as well. Ed, I know you're upset about the Yoshi coin thing.
I'm not.
Which,
this is the
to
thing.
be fair, I like that system a lot,
And,
right?
and like the Yoshi coin system, I just felt like it was easy. I know not Jason. I know there were some people who didn't like it because that doesn't apply to all the games. But I'm just like, with reviews, this is a personal review. Nothing is assigned at that time. Nothing was assigned to us. If we wanted to write a review for a particular game and put it out there, we could write it, put it out, and then let people read it. Now, it's only one person's review. It doesn't represent all of NGR because not everybody is going to play that particular game and stuff. So I felt like with the Yoshi coin, anyone who's seen Super Mario, anyone who knows how that mechanic works, I just felt like this is a new twist of doing the numbers and the stars and stuff. Because sometimes a lot of people get caught up about that without reading the context.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, what, before you be like, what the world is this? And you have to read the context to understand why it got that Yoshi coin. And if you want to put a number to it, you have that option to put a number to it, but you got to realize that it may not actually be that number that fit that Yoshi coin. So that's what I just want to say about that with the Yoshi coin thing. I'm not mad at all. You got a rating system. I'm gonna follow that rating system to the best of my advantage.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the Yoshi coin system a lot. So I kind of altered it a little bit, where we're gonna start using the 5-star rating system with half stars being allowed. So it's a 10-point rating system. So, half star, 1 star, that kind of thing. Right. And
yeah,
so that's what we're going to start doing with reviews. And, I want our quality and our writing output to match the consistency of our podcasts. Right. And
yes,
and that's what's going to happen. And so, Jason and I have been talking about the PlayStation stuff on his end, and they're going to start doing some smaller things regarding PlayStation. You and I are obviously going to take on the Nintendo stuff, and and Jesse and we're all going to work together on the Xbox stuff. So that's kind of, I just wanted to bring that kind of stuff up because we're not changing directions per se. We're just tightening up the ship, and I actually, like, I talked to Sana the other day, and she's gonna do some small video content with us as well. I've been thinking about doing some sort of, like, how IGN used to do the daily fix, that kind of thing.
Yes.
I thought about doing some sort of, like, weekend video content of, like, the 3 to 5 biggest stories throughout the week, and Sana would read, like, off of a teleprompter or script or screen or whatever, and then she would do that maybe twice a month, and I would do it twice a month or whatever in front of a green screen, that kind of thing, just to provide content and have it in a bite-sized fashion. And Ed, you and I are going to meet once a week and do some stuff when you're off, that kind of thing. Small video discussions, kind of like the mini block. I don't know if we're going to call it mini block or whatever, but we're going to do some kind of small things like that as well.
Call it mini block.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also working on moving Nintendo Power Block to Podbean and getting us on Spotify. That's another step that I've been researching too, because as great of a source as Shout Engine is, it's not there's certain things it doesn't allow us to do, like get on iHeartRadio and Spotify, and there's a few other things too. I think a lot of the stats through Shout Engine are kind of boosted by bots and stuff also. Since it's like a free site with a beta running, like, I think a lot of bots get in there and kind of work the system as it does. So I want to get us onto a paid service and get us to some new places and reach new listeners. So
yes,
that's kind of like the small version of this. I wrote a 6-page letter to everybody. Thanks, Ed, for being the one person who responded, like, within a reasonable amount of time.
That's why I was like, did Corey get it? I'm like, don't be stressed out, even though you said you were. Just like, okay. Did anyone respond? I didn't know anyone responded or anything.
No, and like, I knew Jesse was asleep during the day, right? Like,
yeah,
he responded and gave some feedback too, and everybody's gonna be kind of have roles, and I don't want anybody to feel obligated to do what they can't handle, right? Like, I don't want to have this big plan and then everybody feels pressured to do stuff, right? Like, that's not my intent. I want the stuff they can do to be quality, and there's been some good good banter back and forth from the Nerds Gone Platinum and Pow Block social media feeds recently, especially about VR, which is pretty funny. Jeff's taken over their social media team for Platinum, and there's just things that Ed and I want to accomplish with this channel too, which and we're gonna sit down and have some conversations and work on things and do things, and look, I was really stressed out last weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a little bit stressed out because I know people are looking for content, and I know people are looking for us to do more, and we're working on it. We're trying. We're doing our best. Our main priority is always going to be the podcasts, right? That's the one thing I want to be consistent on, which we are. We get them out every week, and I'm aware that the audio for this week's Pow Block didn't come out as it should have, so it's being fixed. By the time you hear this, it should already be fixed.
Yes,
it's actually over there ready to upload as we speak. But I'm extremely proud of what we've done with this group, right? I can't believe what we've done, numbers wise and reaching people, and I want to do more. And Pow Block is, like, the Nintendo team is our team. It's the team I want to work most with, right? And
right.
Our numbers have actually gone up over the last couple weeks for Nintendo Power Block, which They were on a slight decline for a while, but they've been going up probably since that Nintendo Direct happened. They've been going back up, which I'm really excited about, right?
And everybody, I'm going to be working on Arsenal X stuff because like all the Xbox responsibility falls on me. And so I'm going to be trying to get it up, bring that visibility that I talked about so that people could see why Xbox needs to be in this conversation in video games and definitely on NGR. So I'm going to be trying to work really hard with Corey and Jesse to promote that and get that out. Because I'm like, if I'm supposed to be team lead, it's my job to make sure that content goes up, that that it gets the visibility that Power Block and everything else on the GR gets. So I'm going to be working hard on that. So if I wish I was like Iwata and Miyamoto and stuff, and this is my Japanese style. But yeah,
I do want to, Ed's he's going to be our senior Xbox content manager, right? He's going to be the Xbox team lead, right? Him and Jesse are going to they're the Xbox team, right? Like and I'm there too, but that's primarily, Jesse is Xbox all the way, and you've been doing a great job hosting Arsenal X. Everybody loves to throw up the X. We get that on Twitter sometimes with the little guy that does this emoji, which is really cool to see. And, we're going to have more of a social media presence. We're going to have more of just a personality presence, I think, in terms of,
yes,
of where we are on the internet. And, sorry, I know this is taking up a little bit more time than I actually intended it to, but I just want to ensure people by next week, right? This weekend I'm working on a bunch of Nintendo content, just in terms of quick looks and let's plays and stuff, and the a link to the past stuff should be going up soon.
Yeah, we got to get back to that.
Yeah. So you said you're off Friday, right?
Yes.
So maybe we'll do something there with that. I just want to create stuff that's going to make people come back and be happy that we are on screen and being ourselves, right? Being us. And I want to have more of a live stream presence, which, we're going to have. I actually talked to Lee Navarro of Nerd Overdrive, and he's recommended me some stuff for live streaming and stuff. So
yes,
we are going to be able to simulcast places for all of our shows. It's going to be a little bit easier for us when we use Skype than through Google Hangouts, because I don't know, I got to figure that out before episode 150. I think is when we're going to start that there, but
yes,
I can already figure it out here, right? It's easy to do here because you just edit the window and whatever. But using it through Google Hangouts, like, you're already on YouTube, so how do you stream to YouTube? You know what I mean?
yes.
It's going to be an interesting thing. So
we're going to do some test runs. So
yeah,
if you
the
get
next couple weeks live streaming the show, it's going to be questionable content, as Ed likes to say.
QC.
But
QC.
Nintendo Power Block, I've played with some looks for us. The new look is kind of a Switch Joy-Con-esque look for us. I don't know how I like it. Like, in theory, I like it, but watching the videos, I'm like, is this too colorful? Is this working? Is it not working? So I don't know. We'll see. But I want to do more Nintendo related stuff because that's the platform I love and that we love. And
yes,
I know Matt and Moose are handling the Nerds Gone Rogue channel with some ideas. They're still working on some stuff over there, but I know Matt wants to do more with music, and Moose and Matt want to do some stuff with PC stuff for some reason. So I don't really know how that's working, but because I don't care about either of those things, to be quite honest.
I mean, I care about the PC stuff. I think it's something that I would love to. I I would love to hear from that side.
Yeah.
Because like we don't have PC doesn't get talked about enough on here. We mention Windows 10, but we don't really game on Windows 10.
Yeah, I mean, when we bring up PC stuff, it's usually because we're talking about Xbox, and it just happens to have a PC platform as well.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, anyways, we're to wrap this up. We are working on stuff. I would like to be better about creating content, and I want to have some sort of interesting Nintendo video go up once a week outside of PAL Block, and I'm working on it. And also the writing stuff. I am going to start writing again, which I've started writing a script for that first news thing, so we'll see how that goes. I'm charging my real camera right now, and I found my lapel mics that I can plug into my phone.
Oh, nice.
And so, like, it's going to be real semi not professional, but you know what I mean? Like, it'll be interesting, to say the least. So,
yes, it's it's going to be interesting for all of us here at NGR, like Corey said, tightening up the ship and stuff. So, this is, like you said, this is not to hinder us. This is to help us and make us more better and deliver you guys more focused content that you are able to enjoy and share with others around, because you help make us grow. So that's very important to us.
Yeah, and one last thing too is, like, I've thrown the idea out there of having, quote unquote freelance writers, if they, because like Ed, we have ngrradio.com, right?
Yes.
Where we are free to express our opinions and our ideas. That's what this group is built on, right?
Yes.
Free to express our opinions and ideas, even if they're questionable or outlandish or, that kind of thing. Like, we are here to voice our opinion on games because we are passionate about games, and that is not going to change. I want to really stress that. And if anybody out there is really interested in writing or expressing an idea or opinion, you can email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com or ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com. I will answer your email if you are interested in writing or have an idea or something. Like, I want to hear about it, because, like, I want this platform to be community driven also. And I mean, that's how we all started, right? It was a community thing, and now it's a thing. So that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I want to get back to what Nerds Gone Rogue was built on, and that's having our opinions heard, written or audio or video, and I want to get back to that. So, yeah. Sorry, when I can't think of words, I start rambling, and sometimes I repeat myself, and yeah. So
that's me.
Yeah. I don't know. Ed, are you playing anything? We'll just start there now.
Yeah, actually, okay. So, we're going to discuss this part right now before we speak anymore. Hob. So, Corey, you've been playing it, and I've been playing it.
Yeah, I've probably played like an hour of it. I haven't played very much because I've been busy. I'm throwing some ideas around about not like redoing the website, but fixing it a little bit to where it's easier to navigate. Since we're going to be writing more, I want to have an easier time people to navigate. So,
Yes.
but yes, I have been playing Hob.
Okay. I
Uh,
want to get your thoughts on it before I say anything.
yeah. Okay. So the first, to be honest, I really haven't gotten very far. I've been walking around exploring. I've played mostly in handheld mode, which
Same here.
it reminds me of the art style. Honestly, looks like if Twilight Princess had a Wind Waker art style,
Yes.
is what it looks like, right? It's very boxy, very kind of like a voxelated graphics with a cell shaded look to it, right?
Yes.
It's a very pretty game. I I didn't really know much about this game before going in. So like I was like, can I attack things? Can I jump? Can I move things and stuff? And the first little bit I was just exploring the world, right, and figuring out if I could do things. I followed this giant kind of robot monster guy around for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I got to this point where it got real violent, like real fast, right? Where like, spoilers in the first like probably 20 minutes of the game. You touch this green, your character touches this green or this purple goo, right?
Yeah.
And it starts like eating his arm to the point where like that giant robot guy ends up cutting your arm off. And you wake up in this kind of cell, and the robot takes his arm off and puts it on you, and now you're just this little like person with a giant robot arm that you can end up like manipulating stuff in the environment, like pushing blocks and opening doors and smashing through things.
Yes.
Also, I think I found part of a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like that's where I'm at now, is like looking for the pieces of this sword. And so I don't really know how I feel about it, but it's fun enough to where I want to keep going because I feel like it's going to get better soon. But I still don't really know what this game is. It's kind of it has this top-down isometric view to it. So.
And this was shown at, I think, Gearbox Studios. Was that the Borderlands presentation, or was this?
No, this was announced after the Indie Direct last week. Panic Button announced they were bringing Hob and Torchlight 2 to Switch.
Okay, because I thought that may have been where I seen video of it at. They probably had a trailer for it, like after. Okay, because I thought it was something about. I thought I had seen it at Gearboxes at the Borderlands one.
No,
but that's a different game.
That was Risk of Rain.
Risk of Rain
2.
What was the one they were doing for Switch though? That was the Bulletstorm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. I will say this. I am quite enjoying it, and I'm with you, not knowing where this is going to go, because I'm just like, I can't do anything that they showed in the trailer. Like, the trailer is different than actual playing the game. I'm an old retro guy, as everybody know. And I think the game is called Elemental Gimmick Gear, that was on Sega Dreamcast. And it was a top-down RPG, action RPG, where you use this robot and you turn it kind of like almost an egg, and you spin around and you fix things and solve puzzles and stuff. You guys can check it out on YouTube and stuff. And while playing Hob, I got that feel for it. Every time he went in and got kind of like an upgrade to his arm to do stuff, it was just like, I don't know, this game just have this sense of elemental gimmick here. And everybody, like I said, do go look at that trailer of that game. Hopefully that's the right name for it. It was a RPG one-time thing for Dreamcast, but that's what the feelings that I'm getting for it. And I'm enjoying it, but I just need to figure out like what is going on. It's one of those commitment games to stay on, to find out like, okay, now I see, because I don't think there's no dialogue in the game. It's all visual presentation. So you just see different parts of what's going on. If there's any dialogue or any wording, it'd be like, this is the button that you press to do this action.
Hmm.
And that's it. And then you literally go and explore and do what you have to do to get further in the game. So I'm enjoying it. I think I have to stick with it.
Hmm.
Stick with it in the fact that because Phoenix Wright, the Phoenix Wright trilogy came out.
Yeah.
And these are the DS versions for it. And there's a history behind those games that a lot of people really should just look out on how when the first one came out for DS, it actually came out for Game Boy in Japan and never came here, Game Boy Advance. And it never came here to the DS game where nobody bought it. So GameStop put it for $20 and threw it into a bargain bin, and then the game disappeared quickly, like the original cartridge. Uh, and that's how the series got unpopular. So I think what they did was they kind of went over. I think this is the mobile edition of it. They kind of redid all the graphics, made stuff a little bit easier to navigate and everything. And I gotta say, I'm glad they did this, and I'm glad they put this on Switch. And now that I'm seeing it, Professor Layton definitely needs to be on Switch. It, I don't care if they. I could see them doing tabletop, putting the thing vertical if they need to, for if they want to do two screens or anything. But this game really that series now needs to be on Switch.
Well, you saw that rumor that the it's been localized in a company, porting house is localizing it and porting it to Switch, right? There's like a rumor going around.
I heard something about that, but I didn't know if anybody did any kind of follow up for it.
Yeah, I haven't really seen any follow-ups to it, but I do remember reading that, and I'm like, man, Professor Layton, those DS games those are, if you have a DS and you have not played them, those are essential DS games. And there's 4 on the regular DS, and there's
Yes.
2 on 3DS with the spin-off game with starring the girl is coming to Switch this fall. So
I know Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright was 3DS.
which, by the way, Ace Attorney is also on Switch right now, the trilogy. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I pre-ordered. I was gonna, and you guys can watch Power Block. I was trying to get Hellblade, but Hellblade wasn't on pre-order, so I went and got Phoenix Wright for it.
yeah, well, Hellblade comes out what, Friday, tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, so it'll be out by the time this goes up. So yeah, there was some kind of issue with banking the last week or so here. Like, my car payment came out 11 days early, so I am on
Budget.
budget is a loose term. To be quite honest with you, I am on a
Tight budget.
you better start just eating crumbs off the couch. No, I'm just kidding.
And
I just, it's just one of those things that happen. But anyways, like, yeah, if you haven't played Professor Layton, those games are essentials.
yes. Me and Jesse, if you guys haven't watch this episode of Power Block when it's reloaded, you guys really should see, because Jesse talked about Hook. And
Hook, yeah.
yeah,
I played a little bit of that too.
yeah, I need to jump back into it, dude. It literally is on my list. It's right now. And you guys are going to probably think I'm crazy. Yoshi's Crafted World is like in number 1. Hook is in number 2. And literally, dude, Yoshi's Crafted World, and everybody, I apologize. The review is going to be delayed because of a change in things for our review system. I'm going to kind of rewrite it and get it edit, and then I'll bring it out. But man, Corey, I think, and this is going to sound crazy, I don't know if there's going to be any game that touches it for me. like Yoshi's Crafted World, as in getting that nomination. Um, I'm still playing Days Gone. Hopefully, Jason will let me review that. Because I'm gonna play that game. I want to see what Halo Infinite and what Gears 5 do. But right now, I think Nintendo. Goodness, I don't think a lot of people is giving Yoshi's Crafted World its due because that game is super creative. I love the level design and I love how quirky this game is. I'm just like the delays really made this game at a higher quality.
Yeah.
Uh, so um,
Yeah, I need to get back into it. I played that first level again, and like it's just those first couple levels are kind of like, and I know this is just the way that Yoshi games go, but like
mhm.
they were really, really just like it was almost too easy, you know?
Get further because it gets challenging. It literally gets your impression of it is that's going to be, oh no, oh they really made this chat. Oh, this is cute. Oh, it's cute, but it's challenging, and they really did a great job. So yeah, stick with like the level design and the creativity to it. Do it surpasses just the difficulty challenge
Hmm.
of it. So definitely look into that. Um, yeah, I'm close to finishing the division. I think I just got to do the actual last mission because I just hit level 30, so I just got to finish that. So by the time you guys hear this and see this, the game will be done. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I really am trying to get back into a lot of my NX challenge stuff. But I just really wanted to get the Division 2 out the way, so I could be ready for Days Gone, so I could finish up Yoshi, and then just like run through like a whole, cause I got a ton of Switch games. I got shoot, I still got to update the um Captain Toad Treasure Tractor um on Switch. But yeah, I'm be trying to get through a lot of my stuff. And then I have my copy of Neo ready to go for PS4. I'm going to get into that. And I think I was going to restart Destiny 2 on Xbox, not Xbox, on PS4. Um but I got it installed in on Xbox One, and I think if I put it in to touch it, I'm like, yep, it's going to be another 2.5 hours of just playing this game. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to work on my NX stuff and get some writing stuff done. But that's pretty much what I've been up to with my game playing. So.
Nice. Yeah, so like I said, I've been playing Hob, and what else have I been playing? I've been playing. Let me grab my Switch real quick.
Tetris 99.
Yeah, I can't get enough of Tetris 99. But let's see. Oh, I did play a little bit of Breath of the Wild this week. I'm debating on whether or not of starting a new game on that. So I've been playing that, and it's so good. Breath
Dude,
of the Wild is so good. I started playing it because my cousin started playing it because he just got it the other day, and he was asking me some stuff, and I had to like go back into the game and like try to figure out what he was talking about because it's been so long since I played it. I just I needed a refresher, if you will. And I actually started hunting down monsters to upgrade my armor, even though I'd have no reason to do that. So like I was collecting monster parts to upgrade my armor and do some stuff like that. What a that game, man! It is a special game, and I really want to go back and like replay it and replay the shrines and like really get into it again and play it because like how sometimes you play a game and you figure out a lot of stuff partway through and you're like, man, if I knew this when I started, I'd be like saving these monster parts. I'd be hoarding these rupees. I'd be, you know what I mean? Like those types of things. Like you would really be hoarding stuff and not selling stuff and turning in materials to the fairies to upgrade your stuff instead of wasting it on arrows or whatever. Like I want to go back in now that I know all this stuff and go through and play it again. but I don't know if I have the time, especially with all these Switch games coming out. Like and the stuff that I already still need to play. Like, I want to play Final Fantasy 12 at the end of April, right? That's like the one game I'm really, really looking forward to. Because
Would this be your first time playing it, right?
well, I played it when it came to PS2, and I got a little of the way through it. Why did I stop playing? Something. Oh, I started playing God of War 2 when it came out. I played it on PS2, and I started playing God of War 2 when it came out. Because it was like, okay, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. I played the crap out of that and beat it. And then I got Final Fantasy 12 late, I'm pretty sure. Like right after I beat Kingdom Hearts 2, I wanted another RPG to play.
Yes.
And then I came home from school on a weekend and went and got God of War 2 and became obsessed with God of War 2. And then I stopped playing Final Fantasy 12. So I forget where I got to, but I was probably like 20 hours into it and stopped playing. And it's always been a game I regret it not going back to, but now that's coming to Switch, I will definitely be playing that when it comes out.
Same here with Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 9, I got to, I think, the third disc, and something was wrong with it that I couldn't finish the game. So now that it's all on my Switch and stuff, I'm going to be getting into that. And Final Fantasy 7, I started playing. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no. And I've been slowly working my way through New Super Mario Bros. U.
Yes.
I hate the save system in that game, man. Why can't I just save it after a level? Like you have to beat a halfway castle or a regular castle to save it properly, and it's really annoying.
That sucks.
I mean, there's like that quick save option, but it's only so you can go back to the main menu, and if you quit out of the game, it doesn't save it. It's just like a stopgap save,
Whoa.
So I've been really struggling to go back because I go to play a level and then I have to do something, so I have to turn it off. And when I go back in, I've replayed certain levels like 4 or 5 times just to get to a save point, and it's not how I want to play that game. So I have been making my way through that. I started Xenoblade Chronicles 2 again.
Yes.
I don't know why I picked now to start it with all these other games out that I want to play. Why would you start an RPG in the middle of this crazy month of games? But I played through the first few hours. I got to the first kind of area after the ship, where you land in the grass with what's her face, and you kind of roam that area. So that's where I'm at there. And then I've been playing a little bit of Captain Toad this week also.
Need to start that up.
The ideal way is to play it in handheld and not on TV with motion controls. Also, the correct way to play that game is still on the Wii U, because that game requires a second screen. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that second screen was so helpful at times. But yeah, that's all I've really been playing. I've been playing a lot of stuff on the other consoles still. Like I am full heads of steam into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I need to jump into that game, dude. Like,
I'm 40 hours in. I'm level 42, and I'm only like halfway through the game.
Yes, nice.
Every time I see a question mark or a synchronization point, I have to go to it and just get it over with, right? Especially the synchronization points, because then I can zoom in on the map and see if there's question marks there, and then I can just fast travel there. That game is really, really good. I'm really glad I gave it a second chance, because I started playing it when it came out, and I was like, man, this isn't clicking with me. I was still playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It just was not clicking with me at the time, right? And
Hmm.
especially I was looking forward to it because I loved Origins. But I'm really glad I started playing it again. And then I've been playing Borderlands for the first time.
I need to start that up. I had that on PS4.
Yeah, it's really an interesting game. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I expected. And which I don't know why I say that because I love Destiny and
Hmm.
the Division and stuff. So I like that type of loot shooter grind. I just Borderlands. I just never got into it, and so I'm playing it. I'm playing Borderlands, and it's fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, when I played the first one, I picked it up for I think like 20, 14 or 15 or $20. I think it was the 1999 Greatest Hits edition for PS3. That's when I picked it up. So I definitely was. I just downloaded it on PS4 and just never started because playing the Division and Yoshi and stuff. So that's another game I need to jump into. I need to play a lot of stuff on my PS4.
Yeah.
So
So that's really all I've been playing. I'm really looking forward to a lot of the games coming out in April. I've Final Fantasy 10 and 12 are two games I'm really looking forward to. I think those are going to be my kind of like get through those in like May and June because Fire Emblem comes out in July, and that's going to take up a lot of time for me.
I cannot wait for that collection to come in.
Mm,
Like after you said that, oh, they got it back on stock for on Amazon. I went and ordered it, and I'm
yeah, it's sold out
so
again.
ready.
By the way, that
That
collector's
collection.
edition. So sorry, people. I know Best Buy actually just reposted them. So yeah, that's all I've been playing though. I've been kind of figuring out how to restructure a lot of things on the website at least, so it's easier to navigate for our new kind of writing and feature stuff. So that's happening. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. We were off, and I haven't really gotten like a real kind of conversation-y type talk with anybody in a while. So, I just wanted to hang out with you and talk, and might as well record it because we basically podcast every time we talk anyway. So,
Right. Yeah. So yeah, everybody. And just heads up. I won't be for on this coming up episode for Arsenal X and Nintendo Power Block. But if you watch this latest episode for Nintendo Power Block, like I put it out there that I have a contest going for Power Block. So I have a $20 eShop card for a guy, $20 eShop for a girl. Or man or woman. And I kind of would like to know what game are you going to be buying with that eShop card, and why, and what's making you buy it and stuff. Just don't say that it's the hottest game out, or I just need something new to play and stuff. Like, really give us some thought, because your purchase with that eShop card really goes to that developer and really helps them out. And it's something that, you're not saying you're rewarding them or anything, but it just really shows how much support you are going to be giving to that developer or developers. So you guys do have that at the end of the month to get your questions in for question block. It's the same thing. Corey, I think that follow Facebook, Twitter, you subscribe to YouTube,
yeah.
all of that stuff. And everything. And also for Arsenal X, hopefully that you guys we do leave want your feedback, and you guys want your email. But there's a question that I asked, and I'm putting it out for everybody for Arsenal X that if you had to do a TED talk for Xbox or Microsoft with their games or service, what would be your TED talk be? What would your TED talk be? I really want to hear what people will answer. From that question. So you guys can email arsenalxpodcast@gmail.com or let us know your answers on Facebook or our Arsenal X fan group page, and let us know on Twitter at Arsenal X Podcast. So, yeah, I would love to know these things from you guys because it's kind of interesting that me, Corey, and Jesse all like we plan what games that we're gonna buy, but I kind of want to hear what you guys plan to buy or you guys are buying and stuff. And what would you do if you had to do a TED talk? I find that interesting.
Yeah. And remember, we're also holding that 72-hour contest on our Twitter. If you follow and retweet us, you could enter a chance to win Hellblade for Switch.
Yes.
Very, very excited for that. So, by the way, speaking of games coming out soon, did you see the footage of Mortal Kombat for Switch?
Yes.
They released the trailer for Mortal Kombat. So that's cool. It looks fine, but I understand that there's going to be some graphical downgrades because they want to hit that fidelity of 60 frames and get the fighting perfect instead of the characters and stuff, which is fine. I think it looks really good. So I'm excited to check that out at some point. So that's, yeah, there's that.
Yes.
What else is coming out? I need to check my notes here. Big things I'm looking forward to in April and May. Box Boy and Box Girl's coming out this month too. I keep forgetting.
Oh, I gotta get ready for that too.
Next week is next month is a bunch of remasters.
I think Cuphead is the end of this month.
Yeah, Cuphead's on the 18th. It's next Thursday. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm about to buy that.
May is Saints Row the Third and Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, and the Resident Evil Origins collection.
Yeah, I was wondering about the Assassin's Creed 3 one. It's outright for all the other systems, but not for Switch.
Yeah.
Is it only digital?
No, it's physical.
It's physical, okay.
Yeah. Which is a game that I would like to revisit. I feel like I didn't give that game a fair shake. So.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because it's still pre-purchased. Katana Zero is on the 18th, so that's next week. I'll be picking that up. That's a good one. Mortal Kombat 11 is the 22nd. Dragon's Dogma is the 23rd. And there are some really Steam World Quest is the 25th.
Yeah, I can't believe that game's coming out soon. I thought that was going to be later this year, but it's coming soon. So.
Yeah, I think they just announced it maybe a couple of days ago. Or something.
Which I was all on board until they said it was a card battling system, and I was like, oh, man.
Thank you for that Yu-Gi-Oh mess.
That is a game that's a series of games I really, really want to like, and I just can't. I can't get into it. I don't know why. I just can't. I've tried for both games. You know, I bought them both on Switch, and I just can't. I don't know why. It's a series that I think the art is beautiful. I think the idea is amazing. I just can't get into it right now. I don't know why. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody for listening and watching this special episode of Nintendo Power Block. Remember, you can find our normal episodes every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on your podcast service of choice. Coming soon to Spotify and iHeartRadio and some other podcast apps. Yeah, you can subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Nintendo Power Block. We can't let Nerds Gone Platinum catch up, even though they're giving away Days Gone. So you should check out our other podcasts. Nerds Gone Platinum is our PlayStation podcast, hosted by Jason, Moose, and Jeff. They're giving away Days Gone, so if you want to head on over to their YouTube channel and get those details on how to win that game, you can head on over there. We're going to be doing another contest here on Nintendo Power Block shortly, so stay tuned for that. You can check out Arsenal X, our Xbox podcast, hosted by Edward Varnell, Jesse Douglas. Jesse's at work tonight, by the way. That's why he's not here.
Yes.
We wanted to do something, and we really honestly couldn't decide what we wanted to do, so this is what we did. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nintendo_PBlock. Look for more social media presence from us. You can also join our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/NintendoPowBlock. We're trying to get those members up, so look out for that. What else is there? You can check out all of our content on ngrradio.com and subscribe to all of our shows at ngrradio.com/subscribe. Also, if you want to start watching us live on Twitch within the next couple weeks, you can go to twitch.tv/ngrradio or ngrradio.com/live. Yeah. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode. You guys can check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud and other podcast apps. And I am gearing up to get ready for NGRK. I am going through the arcade games that I need to get and get ready to record them, so you guys could watch and be entertained and hear me talk about some arcade games and some stuff from back in the day. So yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at CorianHD713. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitch at CorianHD. My Twitch channel will also be hosting NGR Radio's Twitch, so you can watch Power Block and Arsenal X there as well if you would like. But go follow NGR Radio on Twitch, because as a collective, we are going to be streaming games there as well. So
yes,
I'm gonna do my best to, every time I play a game, I'm going to try to stream it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Yeah, and you guys can find me at The Lyrical One on Twitch. I'm going to be getting some stuff ready for there. And hopefully you guys will tune in, because I like to do the Let's Learns, where I actually talk about a genre and kind of learning some of the basics for it. So hopefully you guys will tune in for that.
Yeah. I'm also exploring the possibility of, since we're trying the simulcast thing, I'm also looking into Mixer. So for you Xbox users, if you want to see that, I'm trying to figure out, because Mixer is linked to your Xbox Live account, correct?
Yes.
So we can't really make a Arsenal X or NGR Radio Mixer account, right? Because your Mixer account is your Microsoft account.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to make a whole new Xbox Live account for NGR Radio. Pretty much. I'll look it up. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Because I think all you just need to probably do is make another profile. Because I think if you already got Live on your system, you don't need it for that.
Yeah, because there's been some smaller podcasts streaming on Mixer lately, and they are using their podcast's name on Mixer. So I don't really know how Mixer works, because it's not like Twitch. I know that, but I want to figure it out. So look out for us there as well. I'm gonna figure it out. So anyways, there's a lot of stuff happening. I need to sit down and learn it and figure it out and everything. So we'll keep you updated. Just follow us on Twitter. You can follow at Nerds Gone Rogue at Nerds Gone Rogue on Twitter. There will be updates there as well. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching and listening and all that good stuff. And until next time, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo.